I wanted to reach out and see how I can help my husband develop passion or drive outside of our family.
Ooh. My short
Yeah.
answer is you can't, but tell me more. Tell me more.
Okay. So I recently got the idea from Rachel Cruz on her Instagram. Saw her and Winston had their annual planning date. And so I brought that to my husband and said, hey, I think we should do this. Just talk about our goals, finances, planning for the year, what that could look like for us. And so we did that, and it's our first time to really do something like that. And so, I didn't say, hey, come prepared with, 3 goals or anything like that. It was just kind of more brainstorming and let's just see how this goes. But when I, asked him, hey, what are maybe some personal goals for you for the year? He didn't really have any. And so I tried to kind of press into that, and, his response to me, which I loved, he said, I just want to, come home from work, hang out with my best friends, which is me and our 2 kids, and just raise my boys up in a Christian household. And so I definitely admire that. And, it was just more like, I was like, hey, if we could go anywhere on a trip, outside of finances or time restrictions or anything like that. And he's like, hey, it's not really my season to travel or anything. I just want to be at home and spend time with my family.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like millions of women listening to this just stopped and they're like, I wish my husband would just talk like that. So tell me what you were hoping or wishing he would have said.
Yeah. So I think even just simple, like, goals or anything for himself that, at work, he just wants to, he doesn't really want to, move up in management or, any professional goals, anything move up, that just kind of like status quo, but he does not like his job at all. So, I'll, try and help him, we can look for a different job or do that. But he's like, no, it's fine. I'll just do that. It's providing for my family. So I'm like, okay. He doesn't really have a good set of good guy friends to where he can, pick up the phone and say, hey, let's go play golf this weekend or something like that. Or, just small things like that. Just, I guess, that community or have that group of guys for accountability. So I don't know. I just feel the pressure of like you said, I don't think I can create those goals or anything for him, but if there was anything I could do to encourage him to, I don't know, some hobbies or do something for himself, I guess, versus saying,
where's your source of, I don't say discontent from, but tell me some of your goals.
Yeah. So, right now I'm, I've got a 6-month-old, but trying to get back into running. So I'm training for a half marathon at the end of the year. That's one kind of goal. And, obviously just spending time with our kids too, spending time with family. But, my husband, he doesn't cook or anything. So, I'm trying to figure out some recipes that are good for our family and that the boys will actually eat.
So you seem like incredibly nice. Are you like, or do people say that you're a nice person?
All the time, yes.
Okay, you sound nice. So can you, and kind and nice are different things, right?
Okay.
And I'm certain that you're kind, but you're also very nice. Would you play a game with me where you, all right, take your hands right now and put them over your ears real quick.
Okay.
Okay? And I want you to pretend you're taking off a mask that is nice.
Okay.
And you set it down on the table. Okay?
Okay.
And then I want you to be, and you probably never given yourself permission to be this. And I'm not even saying this is a good idea, but just for fun, just for a game. Pretend you're a fried, exhausted mother of 3 with a 6-month-old.
Okay.
If you could just speak out into the world what you wish your husband was helping with, providing for you, offering to your family, what would it be? Let it come from your guts, not from nice.
It would be help with shared household chores around the house.
Okay, keep going.
It'd be cooking dinner one night.
Okay, those are tasks. Go beneath the tasks.
Okay. Just having a real conversation with me.
Okay, keep going. What does that mean?
Just getting beneath the surface, or, digging beneath, like having a non-superficial conversation, I guess, just talking about needs and wants and desires.
What do you need and want?
Wow, I guess I've never allowed myself to think in this space.
What do you need and want? Stop thinking. Now you're starting to go get nice again. What do you need and want?
Yeah. Okay. Connection.
That's off of like a Google word. What does that mean to you? What does that look like?
Just, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, getting back to our, focusing on our marriage. I don't know, sitting on the couch and having a conversation versus scrolling on our phones.
Okay. Are you sensing the oxygen in your marriage is getting thin now that things have changed in your house?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see a man that you love dearly and almost like the lights are going out?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like you're losing life inside your own skin? The word that keeps coming to mind is that you're looking for passion inside your house. And you'd almost rather a reckless, and I say this reckless with a smile on my face, not in a bad way, but like a reckless dreamer who is always saying, and then this, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And you'd rather be saying, hey, slow down, we have 3 little kids, versus, I'm good, man. When's dinner?
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yes.
So, A, I want you to know you got 3 kids, is that right? 3 little ones?
Yes.
Okay. I guess what I would tell you, the first off is I don't think your marriage is broken, okay?
Okay.
I don't think you're messed up. I don't think your husband's messed up. I think y'all have found yourself where millions and millions and millions of American couples find themselves, okay? And that is your entire life has changed and he hasn't changed. He doesn't understand that it's changed.
Okay.
And you open up your toolkit, and inside your toolkit, from probably your entire childhood experience, the one big tool that you have that has solved most of the problems in your life is niceness. I won't be seen. I'll make sure everybody else is okay. And I'm going to go to bed. And then I'll get up in the morning and I'll be nice and we'll repeat this cycle. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's opening up his toolkit because, by the way, he feels his marriage very different too. He opens up his toolkit and it just says, keep going to work and shut your mouth. And he shuts it back. And what happens here is that most couples, most individuals inside of a partnership hope and pray that the other partner will just read their mind. Because that's what Hollywood told us would happen. If it was true love and if the relationship still meant something, that we would just read each other's mind. And unfortunately, that's a great cosmic joke that Hollywood played on us. It's not real. And so the only path forward, I've seen couples, and by the way, I've seen couple after couple after couple after couple relight the passion on fire in their house in an amazing way. But it starts with somebody deciding, you've heard me say this a lot on the show, turning the lights on, turning the music off, stopping the dance that we're in right now, which is, he's got a pretty good life, but he doesn't feel alive in his own skin. You've got a pretty good life. You don't feel alive in your own skin. He has a wife that takes care of the kids and puts dinner on the table. You've got a husband that loves being at home, loves you, loves the kids, loves having his dinner, and he goes to a job he hates, but he's providing for the family. And then it's real easy for you to sit down one night in a moment of a teeny tiny sliver of that rare moment you have, right? Of by yourself, and you think, oh God, this is the next 50 years of our life. We're going to wake up and be 70. And then you sit down and want to have like a big dreaming session and stuff. And he looks in his toolkit. He's like, I don't know, my life's pretty good. And so the only way I've seen this thing work is one person say to the other, I love you. And here's some magic words. I miss you. And you have to have the courage to say, not, hey, well, what do you want? Hoping that he puts on the table what you want him to want. And instead say, we have 3 little kids. You have a job that you hate. And I think I won the lottery marrying you. And I don't want to be married to somebody who hates getting up and going to work every day. I want to support you as you begin to dream about what your job might become, what salary might become, a house we might want to live in one day. I want to have a family that we go on vacations all the time. And right now, all we can afford is a KOA. Great. A Campground of America. Great. Your job is to research it and pick it. Is he a video gamer?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So he's Xanaxing when he gets home from his family, okay?
Yeah.
And so I want us to play one game a night, just the 2 of us. I'm going to send you, Jane, all of my questions for humans for couples, all 3 decks, okay? And the intimacy deck. I'm going to send you 4 of them.
Okay.
But you're going to have to say, I want to do 5 to 10 of these cards a night. No screens, no nothing.
Okay.
When you walk in the door, I want you to put your phone away and just be with me. I want you to cook dinner 2 times a week. I want you to take the 2 older ones while I deal with the younger one when it comes to bedtime. And that it's not sexy. And I know that there's certain pockets of the world that say, very vocal pockets that say, he should just know how to. He doesn't. And so here we are, right?
Okay.
And in the same way, he's listening to pockets of, not technically, but there's pockets of the world that tell him, she should just, neither of those paths work. So what I want you both to do is to create a new path. Do you doubt for 1 second that he loves you?
Not at all.
Do you doubt for 1 second that he's a good man?
No.
Okay. So what we have to do is we have to paint pictures for each other. And sometimes those retreats are amazing because you can say, okay, let's paint a picture of us at the end of this year.
Okay.
And here's where I want you to get real specific. I want you to, in my words, I want you to choose reality. How much money can we have in a savings account by the end of this year? How many vacations or trips could we have gone on by the end of this year? How many books can we have read by the end of this year? You see what I'm saying? Like, let's put some very tactical things on a piece of paper. And from those tactical things that y'all try together, let's try to read a book together. Let's try to listen to a podcast and discuss it together. Sometimes couples sit on the couch and they just stare at each other, and it's tough. Here's another thing I want you to do. I want you to go get a couple of girlfriends. And I want you to get a couple of girlfriends and say, hey, I'm going out with the girls on Tuesday nights and Saturday mornings. All 3 of these kids are yours. And I'll make you a list of what you got to do. Or you can follow me around and watch how the stuff works with this one has this bottle and this one's got this bottle. And don't forget, this one can't have peanuts. All of it. All the stuff you deal with on a day-to-day basis. But I want you to get some friends. And you get some goals. And begin to put them on the table. It might be that your husband just isn't one of these Instagram crush it and kill it and dreamers. And I'm not going to beat him up for that. It sounds like he's a great man who loves his family, who's providing. Would I tell him, you got to go get some friends and go do some stuff, join a softball league? Of course I would. I tell him, hey, play less video games, dude. Yes, I would. But also, I don't want to assassinate his character. He sounds like he's a pretty amazing guy. But maybe if his wife starts doing the things that she wants him to do for herself, you begin to give him permission. Oh, she goes out with friends. This is what this looks like. I want to go have a beer with the guys after work. I want to go have coffee with this dude and talk about maybe changing jobs. And it's just this homeostasis. We're frozen now. We got 3 little kids. Our whole marriage is different. And sometimes if you're like me, if you're like Rachel Cruz, she's a great friend of mine, it's easy to just get away, clear the deck, and let's dream and plan. And sometimes it's a matter of, hey, we're going to do a couple of small things, and then we're going to go from there. But your marriage isn't broken. Your marriage is I don't say it's right where it should be, but it's a very common place that you find yourself. And now you got 2 people who are going to work together to not Hollywood this thing, but to actually put real things on the table. And all of this starts with, I miss you. And here's what I want to do. And then fingers crossed, he goes with you.